dear survivor, when I tell you that you're not alone, I genuinely mean you're not alone. It's normal to feel alone, to feel isolated whenever you're going through abuse. It is normal to not have people around you understand. And so it can be very isolating. But I want to remind you that you don't necessarily have to be alone, especially nowadays. There's too many resources. There's too much information. There's just too much out in the world that you can actually access now that prevents you from having to feel alone. I've lived through abuse. I know what it feels like to be alone and to feel like no one is there to support you, to nurture you, to help you through the situation, to validate you. I know what it means to feel like to be alone. And I know that it's one of those things that when you're going through it, you might actually feel like you are alone. And that's understandable. I mean, like when I was going through abuse, when I was attempting to leave abusive situations, when I was attempting to heal, I felt very alone. I understand what it feels like to feel alone. The difference between when I was going through that back then and now is all the resources that are available for people like us. There are limitless communities online of people who are specifically talking about this. There are creators, there are beautiful books available now that talk about surviving, about healing, about overcoming. And all of this is relatively new. This wasn't in public view 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. And I can understand that you might feel alone too, but I want to remind you that when I say that you are not alone, it is because there is so much available to you now, and people like me and so many others are out there attempting to put content out there, to put information into the world that helps you feel less alone, that makes you feel empowered, that validates you, that allows you to go out and to create new life for yourself a little easier than it was 5-10 years ago. So when you hear that you're not alone, that's what it's referring to. Connect with groups of people online. Get a wonderful therapist. The resources that are available now. There's so many resources available now. Please use them. You genuinely are not alone. And if you feel alone, please reach out, connect, and we will get you with places and people and situations. You are so brave and so strong. You deserve to be able to move forward in your life and feel good. You really do. You really don't have to be alone if you don't want to. There are options now. Wishing you so much peace and healing.